No, I've not said anything yet. I was just saying everything up. Evening, everyone, by the way. That's me ready to go. Tonight, it's a big night. It's a huge night in terms of the drivers' standings here in Singapore. We'll start with the constructors because we have both Aston Martins back this week, and they need to make up for the points that they've lost over the last 2 weeks. They are now 24 points behind the Red Bull team in the constructors, sat in third. Alfa Romeo have done really well, just 2 points behind the Red Bull in second position. So nothing tonight in the constructors can, nothing can be nothing can be decided tonight. However, the drivers' standings. Oh yes, tonight could be the night. Connor needs to finish fourth or above, and he will guarantee himself the driver's title, or alternately, we could see him win the title should Husky fail to score at least 14 points more than Connor. So you just got to get round. You just got to get round and I think top four. If he finishes, he's probably going to finish top four. But we'll see. It is Singapore. There are many walls that could determine the outcome of tonight's race. Very difficult to overtake here. It's a fantastic track to race, I must say. However, from a spectator's point of view, I'm kind of glad that there's something on the line tonight. It's towards the end of the season and everything's to play for, because it can be a little bit of a what's the word, a procession with the lack of overtakes. Very tough track though, Singapore. Yeah, it need a lot of practice on there, going over the bridge, and then the left-hander especially, very difficult, can catch you out. Of course, a different final section of the track to make the track faster and hopefully have more overtakes in sector 3 and the end of the lap and the start of the next lap that you're going round. But yeah, it's because it's a tight circuit, and you can get like within dirty air, and then you can't get any closer, and then there's the DRS zones aren't really long enough for you to pass. So it's all about track position tonight, and it's all about strategy. We've got both Alfa Romeos in now. What are they going to do tonight? Are Aston Martin going to be able to pull something out of the bag? Once again, because of I think only Connor will be scoring points for Red Bull, so for him to still be top of the Constructors' Championship is very impressive. Good evening, Kovac. Hope you're well. Ready for a good race tonight. Well, I think I mean, it's a strategy I use on most tracks, but I believe the best thing you could do is just stay out of, or try to stay out of trouble. I think there'll be a lot of people DNFing tonight. This is a track that you do get a lot of DNFs. I was surprised how many we got at Monza last week, to be honest. It's not normally one. I know I mentioned last week the chicanes, especially the first chicane there. There were still more DNFs and safety cars than I thought there were going to be. Evening, Mike. Yes, I'm well, thank you. I hope you're doing well. Oh, Tier 1 Monza last week was absolute madness. It was crazy. All I can say is last week I'm glad that red flags were not on. I mean, would have had so many stoppages last week. Maybe it would have helped, I guess, just having you know the red flag come out and then having a stoppage, and that might have helped calm everyone down. No, no, I don't think red flags are on now. I think I think if they were, we'd see one every race. I don't think we have them on. So maybe it's something for next season. Maybe put them on, and then yeah. He's spectating because he's not. He can't actually race tonight. He's busy, but he's gonna have he's got it on his TV, so he's watching. So he's gonna host the race as normal, and he's gonna spectate. So he's got the light on in the background while he's doing other stuff, so he can still see the race. What else is this being streamed on? Nothing. I don't believe. Only the official IRS Twitch channel, which I would appreciate if everyone could share that to your social medias to get more, get your friends watching, get them into iRacing. Get as many views as we can. Of course, it all helps the league too. Well, I see the messages from Twitch on the bottom right hand side of my monitor or my TV, whatever you want to say, the screen that I'm streaming on. So I don't have to look at my phone or my laptop or whatever. We've got 16 out of the 20. I think we've got a full grid tonight, as far as I'm aware. We've got Ice One. Surely we've got to give Ice One a permanent seat next season. Come on now, Hella. Don't be stingy with that permanent seat. He's always here. He's. I think he's probably raced for more teams than anyone else this season. He's always here, reserve. I think he deserves his chance next season. My old McLaren teammate. Technically, still is my McLaren teammate. Although I can't make Sundays for the foreseeable future, unfortunately. Connor's readied up already. He's let's go. Let's get this championship wrapped up. I don't know if I've been told to ready up. It's different for me because I don't have to ready up. I'm a spectator. Yeah, we've still got a couple more to come in, so don't ready up too early. Connor's saying he's a bit nervous for this one. His knees are weak, palms are sweaty, mum's spaghetti. Yeah, he's... But, unlike Eminem, he has 3 shots to win the title. He's got this week, next week, and the week after, so... Yeah, there we go. Mike knows. Yeah. Connor's he's feeling it this week. I'm sure during those last few laps, his arms will feel a bit more, a bit heavier. It's a bit sweatier than usual. Heart will be going a little bit quicker, even though he's actually a current reigning, defending Tier 1 champion. I'm sure he'd like to go back to back, and it looks like he probably will. As I mentioned, Husky's the one that can stop him. But he's got to finish at least 14 points clear of Connor tonight. There's a 63 point difference, but because of the amount of races that Connor has won already this season, even if Husky wins every race between now and the end, which would be 3 races, Connor only gets enough points to tie. It would still go to Connor based on race wins. So yeah, it's an uphill task that Husky's got, but I'm sure it's one he's up for. And I'm pretty sure that he's gonna give it everything because of the constructors. There's a lot to play for in that constructors title still. The Alfa Romeos right now, with 3 races to go, I would have them as favourites to win that constructors title. And here we go, Singapore. Under the lights. No rain as yet. We'll see who gets out first. I'm just getting the setups ready. Looks like oh no, I thought that was a Red Bull moving on the screen there. No, nothing so far. Everything quiet. Any of the drivers can hear me at the minute. If I could get a weather report, that'd be fantastic. Oh, you're on loading screen still. Okay. It's still on tyre selection. I'm in the game as it stands. And we've already got gone over a minute of qualifying, so this could be strange. This might be a restart. Oh, dry. DX is in. Dry. Okay, cool. Fantastic. I believe that's Connor coming out first. I'm pretty sure that's Connor. Yep. And who's come out in front? Nico's going to be the actual first out. But, he's got that possibility of winning the title. So let's follow Connor around the outlap and his first fast lap. Let's see what he can do. Just adjust my volume settings. I don't like the race to be too loud, so I can't hear myself. Right, so here he comes. What's he going to do? Is he going to get pole? He's having a bit of a race at the minute. What? Oh, bugger you! I'm cutting these corners. You're not getting in front. I don't know who that is behind him. Is it Mr. Golden Flame or Mike? Well, there's Mr. Golden Flame. So that's Mike that he's racing with on an outlap. Not not recommended. So Williams going to let Connor through, yeah. So Connor is actually going to be the first person to put a lap in. Should he, of course, not invalidate. We'll go on board with him and we'll show you around Singapore. Nice circuit. Always a night time circuit. Here we go. Around the corner, boom. Straight away, DRS over the start finish line. So when you come out of the pits, it's an awkward chicane, and you have to be really careful coming out of the pits, not to cause any unnecessary damage. See sector 1, quite a fast sector, tight sectors, all of these sectors. Very Monaco-esque, just not quite as tight as Monaco. Using all the track on the left-hander there. Into the slow right-hander. Now we come up to the technical middle sector. So we've got a left-hander here. Straight into the long left, and then a long right, and then a left-right over the bridge, and then a really tough left, almost a hairpin, not quite. Such a technical sector, and you need to get it right. You lose so much time if you don't get out there correctly. Again, using all the track. Sector 3, the change, of course. It's not going to be left, right. There you go, it's just straight on into the chicane, and then the end of the lap. It's cut out about 15 seconds of the lap, and there's a 1:28.5 to start already from Connor. I'm sure he'll be happy with that. Mike's gone 1:29.7. Nico's coming to the pits. Let's see what ZX is going to do. He's putting a 1:29.7 as well, so DX just touching the wall there through sector 2. Oh no, Leg Schrader has left the session with a 1:30.1. It's all going wrong in the Aston Martin garage. You watch DX coming through sector 3 now. And the Ferrari slowed right down. I think he might go again. So let's go and see what the Donster's doing. Oh, we've just seen someone in the wall there. And you see them behind. Yeah, I think they're still going. It looks to me like an AlphaTauri in the wall. Could be Mun. Could be Latifi. You see the Donster nice and smooth here. Oh, very close to the wall on that right hand side. That's quite risky on your first flying lap. I'd recommend going as close to the wall as you can, as you feel confident enough to do, obviously, but on your first flying lap to get that close to the wall. So got some more times coming in. As you see, Mun has done a 1:29 dead, so Connor's still half a second up as it stands. He gets doing a 1:36, so he definitely slowed down a lot. The Donster with a 1:32. Mr. Golden Flame is, where is he? He's in sector 1 still, so we can see what sort of lap he's going to put in. Leg Schrader has left the session with that 1:30.1. That's purple sector 1 for Mr. Golden Flame apparently, so could be a good lap from him. And Leg Schrader's back, but he's out of the session, so he's going to have to sit here for the next 11 minutes. and hope that nobody puts the really fast time in. Disastrous comeback for the Aston Martins. Oh, just lost a bit of time there. It looks like to me they'd missed the golden flame with the traction coming out. Does say he's got another purple sector though. I'm not sure that I believe that. I mean, I guess we'll see in a matter of seconds. This doesn't look like a 128.5 to me. Now 130.4, good enough for 8th position at the minute. We got fooled there by the telemetry. Here comes Husky. We expect a fast time from him. JTK still in the pits, by the way. The other Alfa Romeo. As it stands, though, Connor is. That's the purple sector 2, allegedly. Can't trust the telemetry, especially not now. That's pretty nice, though. You could say only our second sub 129 here. No, not quite. It's a 129.1, which is good enough for third. So not too bad. Not terrible at all there. Nico has unfortunately invalidated his lap time. He was on looked to be a decent time there. Look, you can see 123, 125. Let's see what sort of time he puts in. Oh, 129.1. It's an invalidated 129.1, but and that just shows he's got the pace. You know, he'd be right up there. You can see someone coming out of the out onto the track now. Munn is coming out. He's going to do another fast lap. He's on the intermediate, so he's not ready to. I think he's had a slight setup change. A little bit of change on the wing, and maybe a slight brake balance change to see if he can get anything extra. JTK's also on his out lap. We'll stick with JTK because this could be a big time. This could be an important lap for him. You see there's a big gap between Connor and Munn, but then very close between Munn, Husky and Kovacs, and then a huge gap, 0.6 from 4th to 5th. I would imagine that that Munn's just going to do the one lap and come straight back in on those intermediates, just to give them, you know, just have a look at them. Have a look at the setup. You see slight bit of marbling. We've got a in the chat from Connor. Can we get a weather report, Connor? Is it dry all weekend? Have we got a dry race? Thank you very much. Yes, we have a dry race. I mean, you're suspiciously quick round here at the minute. Not that I'm accusing you of anything. I mean, 0.5 is it's a huge gap. It's half a second. We're going to see what JTK can do, though. Ah, your favourite track? Yes, I am a big fan of Singapore myself. We'll see if anyone can. You think he'll beat it? I mean, nobody's even got under 129 yet, so that's an alleged purple sector 1. The telemetry's been off, so we can't confirm that it's a definite purple sector 1. JTK, a very smooth driver, uses all the track. Got the line down, he knows what he's doing, look. Very close to the wall on the outside. Using as much of the track as possible, getting as much traction out of that left-hander as he can. Again, it looks like a purple sector 2, it's just a 103. 25 seconds to get through sector 3. It's going to be a fast time by the looks of it. That is using the track to its absolute limits there. It's a 128.574. It's not quite fast enough. On his first run, he's got time to get in and out again, of course. But it's not quite enough. At least we've seen some competition now. Got Teddy on his outlap. Got Ice One. Mike's coming in. He's, we've got Kovacs. Not a lot going on at the minute. Everybody's just jockeying for position, and we've got a Haas. What's this Haas doing? Oh, okay. They've let someone through on the runoff. Actually, the correct thing to do there is done well not to get disqualified for parking on track as well. So got Outlaw on his out lap. I think Teddy's the furthest along on his lap, to be honest. Some kind of disappointing times been put in, by the way. Not in terms of the actual time, but in terms of position. I'm sure a few people here are going to be a little bit annoyed at where they are. Although Singapore is very much a love-hate track. I don't think there's people that are just, okay, it's Singapore, cool, whatever. I think it's, you're either going to go, yes, we're at Singapore, amazing track, or, oh my God, Singapore, just let me bin it into a wall. So anyway, here's Teddy on his first fast lap of the evening. Connor to do a 28.2. He's definitely got more in him, hasn't he? You would imagine. If you remember, that's a purple sector 1 from Teddy, apparently. Oh no! Is that an invalidation? Oh, that is the worst. That is actually the worst. He's doing so well there as well. He's got to be careful. He's got a Ferrari coming up his backside. See, it keeps, look, you can't trust the telemetry. And again, another one running wide. It's Outlaw this time. He's at least got a time in. Got to be careful. You can't run too wide. Connor's invalidated his outlap, but I'm sure he doesn't actually care about that. Can Connor improve on it then? Is he going to do the 128.2 that Kovac has predicted? He's about to come round the start. Oh, that's 5 places. Donster having a bit of a battle there with Nico, both on their outlap. That could be coming out of the pits, by the way. That could be. Oh no! Actually, they're the opposite end of the track. So both Mercedes having a battle here. My main man Ice One and Donster, and having a battle with Nico. There we go. Connor in sector 1. He has got traffic. He's gonna have to be careful here. There's a 10th up. Waiting with bated breath to see how he gets through this section. Ooh, I'm not sure that was the best line through there, and he's got to be careful. He could be in dirty area. There's his teammate letting him pass. Oh, he's actually 2 tenths up now. All on this last sector. Is he going to make an insurmountable lead with this last sector? If he get another 10th out, he is going to do the 128.2 that Kovac predicted. He comes across the line, 128.3. Just lost a little bit of time in sector 3 there. And ZX is the Husky's gone through into 4th position there with a 129 dead. Let's see what ZX is doing. Is he up on his time? That's the question. No, he's 2 seconds down. That's going to be his qualifying over. Kovac is just down. JTK has just started his fast lap. So we're going to see. Is he going to get pole position? It looks like he's going to be the only one that can do it. Getting a little tow here. From his teammate, no less. Purple sector 1. Using all the track and using it correctly there. Sure that tow from his teammate will be very welcome. The problem he's got is these guys. Oh, whoa! And he's doing a big smash. Now, there's some controversy there because that's a Red Bull that's crashed with Mike. I don't know which Red Bull it is. Was it Connor? Have we seen a bit of... We've definitely seen some sort of controversy here. I think it might have been Connor, you know. Well, we'll have to get a steward's inquiry on that. That... Looked like to me that there was a little brake check from the Red Bull. I could be wrong though. There's definitely controversy in the chat. Yeah, this is not what we wanted to see on a potentially championship winning night. Yeah, Mike is claiming that Connor brake checked him, and he's saying he's a sore loser. Wow. He's got pole. There could be a few penalties being handed out there. Yeah, very strong feelings from the drivers as we got Connor and JTK on the front row. Mun and Husky. Look at the Alfa Romeos there, row 1 and 2 on the grid, and we've got the first Aston Martin, ZX in 5th, Kovac with a great 6th position there in the 2nd Red Bull, and we've got Mike in the McLaren alongside Latifi with a good showing in the AlphaTauri there. Mr. Golden Flame and Dig X there in 10th, rounding out the top 10, which is a really good qualifying session and a big improvement. And you can see that practice that that was mentioned before we started, that seems to be paying off. Well, Mike, make sure you screen record that, and if he has brake checked, I would put in an incident report, and we will see whether something did go off there or not. Yes, it could be a long evening for the stewards, but we do need to get these decisions right. It would be unfair if somebody won through dangerous driving, and it'd be unfair somebody losing if they weren't dangerous driving but were accused of it. So I can't, I'm not. There we go, and it's 5 lights and lights out, and we're underway. Are we underway? We are underway for the Singapore Grand Prix. Well, we've got a Ferrari going wide there already, just about in the wall. We might have a restart here, actually. It looked a bit. So Husky down in 4th, JTK in 2nd. We'll start with the tyres. So Connor on the hards, JTK on the mediums. So JTK, he really needs to get in front as quick as possible. Track position at Singapore is absolutely crucial. It's either going to be medium hard or hard medium as a strategy. There's not going to be a medium soft. That's not going to happen. So yeah, as you can see already, the top 3 pulling away. Huskies dropped back a little bit, 6/10. As I mentioned, you're probably not gonna see the most overtakes that you're gonna see in a race here. It's gonna be about track position and strategy and mistakes. If people make mistakes, it can be hugely beneficial to other drivers. Also, if you make a mistake, there's a distinct possibility of a DNF. And as we see, just 3/10 between those, between 1st and 2nd, and 2nd and 3rd as well, up to 4/10 now. Husky right on the back. So is Mike and ZX getting really close. Let's get on board with ZX. He's going to have a look round the outside. He's going to be careful here. Mike's he's going to squeeze. Yeah, that's fine. We've got a VSC. That's Latifi, unfortunately, in the AlphaTauri. Out of the race on lap 1. One little mistake, as I mentioned, and yeah, race over. Very unfortunate for Latifi. Singapore, not everyone's favourite track, as I mentioned. I'm sure next week in Brazil, it'll be a much happier race for her than this week. Brazil is a favourite of most drivers on the grid, and most players of the game, to be fair. So the VSC is now ended. Leg Strader is currently 18 seconds back. That is not good for the Aston Martin and the Constructors Championship. Is JTK having a little look? The longer Connor defends on these hard tyres, the better it's going to be for him, as we have DRS enabled. So we'll see. We'll go to JTK and we'll see if he can get close. He needs a good exit here. Get on board. This is Big X up into 8th position now. Having a really good weekend. Ooh, almost contact. Not quite. Oh, a little touch there. Connor's ran wide. He's kind of had to avoid major contact, and JTK is now in the lead. So we have a new race leader. As it stands, though, for Connor, I'm sure you won't be overly disappointed. He is still provisionally, of course, race incidents pending, world champion as it stands. And when I say world champion, I mean world champion, the world champion. He's not just the IRS champion, which is in itself a huge honour. He is the legit world champion. So here we go. Back round into the start finish straight. Connor's going to get a little bit. He's going to get a little bit closer here, and we've got an incident. Is that a Haas? Could be a Haas. Oh no, it's a Ferrari. It's Digex. He was running so well in 8th. Singapore. The wall coming into play. So here we go. He's 4.5 tenths back. Is he going to have enough? It's not really a long sector here with the DRS. Leg Schrader's put in the fastest lap of the race after his untimely incident and pit stop. ZX moves into 5th. Mike is out of the race. He's retired from the session. Let's get down and let's see. Yeah, as you can see there, he's facing the wrong way. That's a DNF. It's a full safety car. Yeah, that's definitely safety there, Digex. You've got you can pit in now and not lose too much time. Okay, you're not gonna make any places up, but you're gonna be able to be at the back of the pack. Mike's not very happy. What happened there, Mike? I didn't see the incident. We saw that you were in the wall, which obviously at Singapore is very easy to do. We've got Nico, by the way, with a drive-through for speeding under the safety car. Not a great day for the Williams. And we've got a Ferrari coming in. I'm guessing that's going to be. Oh no, is that JTK actually? Coming in the Alfa Romeo, coming in early. This is a very interesting strategy. He's put the hard tyres on, expectedly. Is he hoping to go, what, 25 laps-ish with this hard tyre setup? Very interesting. On a track where track position is, as I've mentioned, massively important. As Digex is getting his wing changed, getting some new tyres. He'll be near the back of the pack, but yeah. Well, I think, Mike, I can't criticise or defend anyone based on that incident. We only saw the aftermath. But I think people are very, very aggressive, especially at this stage in the season. And yeah, it can be, especially at a track like Singapore, where one little touch and you end up in a wall. It's a bit like Jeddah or Monaco in that respect. Yeah, very unfortunate. As I say, I only saw what happened after the incident. I could only recommend that both the qualifying incident and this race incident, if you do believe you've been wronged, which clearly you do, make sure to put them in the incident reports. Because at the end of the day, Mike, it's the only way that people will learn not to be overly aggressive or dirty or however you want to put it, is by getting penalties. So we have JTK down into 10th place from first, pitted in from first. I don't know whether he expecting Connor to come in, but Connor on the hard tyres, I don't think he was ever going to come in at this stage. Everybody's just about grouped up. I expect the safety car to come in at the end of this lap. Yeah, Mike's absolutely raging tonight, and I can't really blame him too much. Just because you know, I've not seen exactly, you know, if he's been wronged or not, but I know that any time there's an incident, whether it's your fault or not, when you're in the heat of the moment, I'd say at least 90% of the time you feel that you've been wronged. Whether you have or not, you still feel you've been wronged. So another drive-through for Nico now for falling too far back, apparently. Safety car in this lap, by the way. Yeah, so Nico's got, allegedly, you know, he's got 2 drive-throughs, or maybe he's just like, yeah, well, stuff it, I've got a drive-through, I'll sit back. Well, we know Connor's going to let this safety car go, and then he's going to just gun it as quickly as possible. That is his safety car restart strategy, and it seems to work for him. So everyone's got to be careful into turn 1, 2, and 3, and 4 even. And here we go. Connor's gone. He's gone quickly. Munn's been caught out a little bit. Nobody can overtake yet. We've still got a long way to go before the start-finish line. Munn's managed to catch up there. He's having a little look. Nothing too much, though. Let's get down to JTK in 10th. Yeah, so it looks like a pretty clean restart from everyone. Ooh, very close. Very close to Outlaw in the Ferrari there. Caution sector 1. It's Nico with a DNF. Don't have any safety car or virtual safety car out yet, which is good. Oh, Connor's ran a bit wide again. Munn's having a look. He's going to have to go round the outside. Connor's squeezing, but Munn's gone through there into first place. Husky now up to 3rd. Needs all the help that he can get in terms of the championship. He's the only one really that can, well, not even really, he's literally the only one. Contact there between Connor and Munn. Connor back down to 2nd. Not a great place to be going side by side. Someone's going to get squeezed into a wall at this rate. Munn's just backed out a little bit. Probably the correct thing to do there. There's been a gap opened up between the top 4 and Kovac now in 5th. Not good news for JTK. Everybody battling for position right now. Let's get on board with ZX in the Aston Martin. As it stands, decent points for the Aston Martins. Won't lose too much ground. JTK goes past the Donster, but Leg Schrader goes past Teddy as well. One right on the back there of Connor. Let's just quickly check the tyres. Yeah, Munn's on 7-lap-old mediums as opposed to the hards. JTK now gone through on ice one. Back to penalties. And is absolutely flying at the minute, JTK. I'm very impressed with the fact that both Munn and Connor there going side by side on that last lap through this section of the track. Very, very difficult. Let's go down to JTK, who's looking to make a move as quickly as possible. Already up to 6th from 10th. Kovac in that second Red Bull, looking to help his teammate out a little bit. We will have DRS activated again on the next lap, providing there's no safety car. Hopefully there isn't. So let's see the what sort of traction one can get out of here. He's 4/10 back at the minute. I don't think that's going to be close enough, even with the mediums. Although he is flying, he's made a move. He's gone through. Connor back down to 2nd place. There we go. Connor trying to have a look on the outside. They're slowing each other down a little bit there. Yeah, Connor's gone through round the outside. Mun's being very... oh, and a little touch. Being very aggressive coming back there, Mun's. Switcheroo. And that's side by side again. I have a feeling, as you see, they're going through side by side again over the bridge. Husky's looking to... He's almost going to get passed by ZX here if he's not careful. Yeah, I can only see this ending in one way, and that's tears. Just saw a 5-second penalty, by the way, for Mr. Golden Flame. Won't be happy about that. As mentioned a couple of weeks ago, though, he's stopped developing this year's McLaren. That's why they've looked a bit slower in recent weeks. He's gone full development for next season. As Leg Schrader gets 3 seconds. Husky now in 3rd position. JTK's up in 4th. ZX down into 5th. Great news for the Alfa Romeos, and they're just gonna drag each other along. You fancy Mun to go through? Yeah, he has. JTK's gone through on Husky. So JTK's managed to change his tyres. He's got fresher tyres than Connor, and there's literally nothing in it between them. So the pit stop has worked out well for him. As it stands, we'll have to see whether he stops again. As I say, as it stands, he's done well there. This top 5 though, very, very close. Nothing between them. They've all got DRS. We've got caution. We've got Mr. Golden Flame out of the session, into a wall, and that's his race over. And Zach Brown at McLaren will not be happy. Both McLaren's DNFing. That's going to be a costly weekend for them. And we have a full safety car. So on lap 10 of 31, as I believe that I think the medium runners are going to definitely come in. Connor's come in. We'll see. Yeah, he's definitely come in. So JTK's going to be out in front because he changed his tyres on that first safety car that we had. Everybody's going to be bunched up behind him on fresher tyres, though. So maybe the strategy now is not with JTK. It's definitely going to be difficult for Connor. He's going to go on onto the mediums. One would imagine, to get that compound change, and then he'll be fast and quite possibly get into 1st position. But will he be able to? Will he be able to keep those mediums running for the full duration? Is the question. This is going to be a couple of laps at least under the safety car, so If you need to get a drink, get one now quickly. Well, I say quickly. You've got about 5 minutes. Yeah, we expected this at Singapore. This was always going to happen, and we've got maybe surprisingly so. We've got Diggex in second in the Ferrari. He had a tough he had a tough time early on. He had a bit of an incident. He had to come in the pits. The safety car helped him out, and now because of that pit stop, he's up into second. Yeah, the hard tyres around here, they just don't do it, do they? They're not great here at Singapore. I've not mentioned anything tonight about tyre degradation and grip and whatnot. But yeah, the hard tyre is not ideal around here, but you kind of have to use it unless you want to be pitting in 3 times. Which I guess if you anticipate correctly, the safety cars, you could start on softs or mediums and do a 2-stopper or something. But anyway, let's see. Everybody lining up again. Let's have a cheeky look at what tyres everyone's gone on. Yeah, so Ice1, yeah, he's gone on onto the mediums. He's just saying in the chat the hard tyres, he's not a big fan of them around here. Yeah, Connor has pitted in for mediums. He's at the back of the pack now. I don't know, he's pitted in twice. So just to get an extra, knowing that he'll just be at the back of the pack, he's going to get a lap less on those mediums and try and go all the way. There is quite a fair distance to go yet, so we'll have to see. So safety car in this lap, which is good news. JTK slowing everyone down really early. Let that safety car get in. As Latifi has left the session now. She's made it back into the pits safely. Had a little medical checkup. All good, and has left the track. So yeah, we're under the restart here. Quite a late restart JTK's going for. Bunching everyone up, and he's gone. Diggex been caught out a little bit. Mun is right on Diggex here. Mun's going to go through. Yep, definitely going through there. On Diggex. Husky's going to have a look. Connor's gone through on Teddy already through the first corner. Side by side here. Oh, Husky's gone round the outside. ZX is looking on the inside. That not a great restart there from Diggex, and it's really cost him. Oh, just squeezing ZX out there. Although ZX got the inside line coming back through. Kovac now is the next one. Leg trade under Donster behind, you can see side by side. Connor up into 9th position. Diggex just ran a little bit wide there. Connor and the Donster side by side. Connor's gone through. The Donster's left him to his own devices there. Let's get back up near the front. Mun now right on the back of JTK. It's going to be interesting to see how quickly Connor can get through this pack. He's in 8th position. Leg Schrader's gone through on Diggex now. Still another lap before DRS is enabled. You see these two almost side by side. Caution in sector 3. It's a McLaren in the pits. That will be Ice One. I think that might be the end of his race. I think he might be retiring here in the pits. Could be wrong though. It looks like he's still going. We've got a little bit of a gap opened up here between JTK Munn and Husky in 3rd position. Connor up into 6th. Let's see what Connor's doing now. He's 1.7 behind Kovac, his teammate for the evening in the Red Bull. Husky trying to get in that DRS zone in 3rd position. No, Ice One's came back out. He's going to keep going. So Connor's got the gap down to a second there. He's took about 8 tenths out already on Kovac. You would expect Kovac to let him through, being as he is faster, Connor, and they are teammates. It won't be the hardest to defend. So coming through the final sector, Husky has closed the gap. Yeah, Connor's gone through. Maybe Connor should have stayed behind a little bit just to get that DRS. Maybe not. We'll see. He has put in the fastest lap of the race, so as it stands, he will be getting an extra point. Mathematically, he is world champion as it stands. So JTK defending while they're not quite within range to pass as it stands. Husky right on the back now because of the DRS of the leading two. ZX has dropped down to 1.3, 1.4-ish seconds, and he's got Connor coming at a pace behind him as well. So he's got to really move it. He's got it down to 1.1. He needs to just get inside that DRS, and he can relax a little bit. You see, not a lot in it. And a 3-second penalty for Outlaw, multiple warnings. You think on a street circuit with tight walls, you'd be like, oh well, how's he getting warnings? But there, as you can see, there are sections where there's runoff. And we have another full safety car. That is Outlaw out of the race. Don't know if we'll be able to. I don't know if we'll be able to see him. No, I think he's done. Yeah, so another safety car. That's certainly put the cat amongst the pigeons with 15 laps to go. Will we see extra pit stops here? I think JTK might come in and put some mediums on. Do you want track position now, or do you want the fresher tyres? Okay, well, we'll find out as we get into sector 3. I'm guessing that both Mercedes and the Ferrari are going to get let through. Yeah, they're going to get let through by the safety car. That's good. So we're not going to have people out of position in the middle of the pack that are fighting. I must say, I am rather hungry tonight. I know we're in Singapore. Hungry was a couple of weeks ago. No, I'm pretty famished. So all these safety cars are not helping my hunger any. So here we go, let's have a look then. Yeah, JTK is coming in. Mun's coming in. Husky's coming in. ZX is coming in. Connor's coming in as well. Yeah, all of the top 5 are in. I imagine it's going to be medium tyres for everyone. Husky with the double stack there has not helped him, I don't think. He's lost out on a place. As you can see, medium tyres for everyone. Courtesy of Oprah Winfrey. And yeah, so it's going to be a straight sprint, assuming there's no more safety cars, on the medium tyres till the end. And I do believe Connor's tyres, yeah, 1 lap older. I know that's, yeah, great, big difference. But a lap is a lap, so we'll have to see. As I mentioned, ZX, the biggest beneficiary there, because of the double stack of the Alfa Romeos. And that, of course, will no doubt help Aston Martin in their pursuit of the Constructors' title. So I think this is probably the best time for me to take a safety car break of my own, just quickly. I'll be back in 30 seconds or so. Well, we're back racing. It was quite a long pit stop for me. I had a bit of a fuel leak. Let's just call it that. So JTK from Mun, ZX. No change in the order. So yeah, back underway, back racing. See what these medium tyres are. The better tyre, by the way. The more grippy. Get better heat generated at night race. I know it's Singapore and it's normally quite hot, but at night it can get quite chilly and the track temperature can drop. Damn. And my cat's approval of JTK's lap there. He's really had a good start. He's 1.2 seconds in front already of Mun here, really putting his foot down, making a move. Let's have a look at Connor in 5th, currently good enough to provisionally, obviously incident pending, win the championship. Yes, Mr. Tails. Good boy. My cat decides to jump on me. So yeah, I mean, he's 1.7 now, 1.8 seconds in front. JTK. That's a huge gap he's managed to pull out in these couple of laps. DGX goes through into 8th position. Actually 7th as it stands because of Leg Schrader's 3-second time penalty. So again, still very much in this race. Following this second pack basically of 4, because JTK has he's kept the gap at 1.8 seconds. Fair play to him. It's going to be very difficult now as well for Connor to pass these guys, especially now with DRS kicking in next lap. It's going to be such a difficult task. One I'm sure he feels up for, but no pressure on him really either to overly, to force his way through and DNF. That's probably the last thing he wants. As it stands though, Husky's only getting 12 points anyway, so he'd still, even if he DNF at this point, he'd be world champion. Oh, and he's quite a heavy touch on the wall there. Almost a commentator's curse. Donster's gone through on Teddy. He's close enough to Leg Schrader that where he will be actually in front. He'll be in 8th position as it stands. See, nobody quite getting close enough because of the DRS train. And the person in trouble would be, you would think, would be Munn, but because he will be the one without DRS. But yeah, Connor, because Husky's got that DRS in front, Connor's not going to be quite able to pass him unless Husky makes a mistake. JTK 2.3 seconds in front, having a phenomenal race. Kind of cruising at the minute because of Munn having to race defensively as well, ensuring the DRS sectors, covering his lines and his angles. It's that's just all the more beneficial for JTK. So there we go again. As you can see, that DRS from Husky's just keeping him enough. It's just giving him enough in his car to keep him in front of Connor, and we'll see if it's enough. Although Connor's very, very close now. He's had a better exit. He's going to go through. He's gone through, and he's definitely made it stick. So Connor goes through on Husky, which is obviously good news to Connor because that's 12 points. So no matter where Husky finishes, finishing in front of Husky is, that's the title won. But it's also good news for the Aston Martins because that's a place down for the Alfa Romeos. Oh, and a big kick there. No pun intended, as you see it on the screen. Yeah, from the rear end of the Alfa Romeo. So let's see it. Back on board with Connor. He's chasing down ZX now. The Donster's gone through on leg trade down. We've got caution sector 2. Is that the second Red Bull possible? No, oh, actually, it might be leg trade. Actually, dropped down to 11th, out of the points. So for as well as his teammates doing right now, ZX leg trader's not having a great race. I don't know if ZX is gonna. I don't think he's gonna get DRS here, which is gonna be huge for Connor. Caution in sector 3. I think that's leg trader retiring. Yeah. Oh, look at that! You see how wide Munn's gone there. Connor's gonna be right on the back now. He's within DRS of Munn. Just dropped out. Just dropped out, as I said it. It's going to be difficult. Ooh, geez, what a wobble. See, it's very difficult keeping these cars under control at the minute. There's going to be no DRS for him here. But I'll tell you what, ZX is coming flying behind. I'm not sure that Connor's going to have enough time, even if he does pass Munn, without JTK making a mistake, to make up the time. I think we saw in qualifying JTK's pace. I think he was robbed out of a pole position. Now, whether you want to say that was intentional or accidental, we'll see about that over time. However, he did look like the fastest guy around there. I think he probably would have had Connor on that last lap. So some gaps opening up now. As you can see, only Connor really within DRS range. Struggling to get traction out of the corners. And the gap now 3 seconds at the front. Look at that. That's not the line that he was taking earlier on, and it's not the line that you want to be ideally taking, but yeah, he's really struggling to keep the car underneath him. He has got enough of a gap though to where he doesn't need to overly push, which won't make for a great spectacle for, you know, in terms of the race. But if that's going to be what wins in the championship, then it has to be done. He's a little bit closer this lap. He's got to have a great exit here. I don't think he's going to be close enough. 0.6. That is a lot. That's probably not going to be enough to pass. But we're going to stay on board with this battle for second place. As it's currently the only battle on track that's within DRS. I think he needs a couple more tenths. He needs to get about 4.5 tenths. And he'll have a chance of passing. Well, I do think though, as we look ahead to next season's calendar, is that I don't think Connor's going to have it easy next season. I think we've seen there's people in this league that can match his pace now on a consistent basis, at the very least. And whilst he may well win this Drivers' Championship next season, yes, he'll be favourite, but only a slim favourite. Ooh, a little wobble again there. He is closer though. 5/10 now. Uh, 5.5. I think it's still too far. It's too far back unless he wants to, dive bomb for it. But I don't think it's worth it. Especially if he takes himself and Munn out, because then Husky would be up into third position, really, and the championship wouldn't be over. He wouldn't win the title, so it's definitely gonna. You can see that he definitely wants to push for second position. First position, I think, barring a huge mistake, it's JTK's race. But you can see he wants to finish up as high up as possible, Connor. Of course, Connor almost single-handedly in that Red Bull has his team at the top of the Constructors' Championship. So, going to be interesting. He's going to want to get as many points as possible to keep himself in that. Although you're asking a lot when you're going up against two drivers, whether it be the Aston Martins or the Alfa Romeos. You're probably going to score more than 25 points between the two drivers. So here we go, 3/10, 2.8, 3/10 again. Yeah, I think he's definitely close enough this time. Quite an easy pass. There he goes, second position. So he's got 4.5 laps ish to make up 3.6 seconds, which I don't see. But and he's out. Oh, he's hit the wall and he's gone. Connor is out of the session. Husky now to fourth position. You see there, Connor in the wall. Full safety car. It's going to be like a one-lap sprint, probably. Now JTK could do Husky a favour here and just drop back, get in the pits, let Husky pass him. The championship is not over. Wow, Connor is out of the race. That is huge. That is, I can't explain to you how much that could have a bearing on both the drivers and the constructors' championships as it stands. Husky needs to make the top three though. He's got to finish on the podium. JTK has come in. He's far enough in front of Husky that where it's not going to be a double stack, so Husky's not going to lose any time. It's probably going to be a one or two lap sprint here. I can't see the safety car staying out for long. Soft tyres on, I imagine, for everyone, to be fair, even if you've only got old softs. Everyone's pitting in. Going to be softs. Even if old softs are going to be quicker. You're doing what 2 racing laps. But that is a huge error there from Connor. A very, very costly error in terms of this race, but we might see the championship, as I say, extended to for at least another week, and it would put the pressure on Connor, with if the DNF means he doesn't win the championship. If I'm JTK here, knowing that only one Aston Martin is going to finish, so you know, in terms of the constructors, you're going to get more points anyway. You're definitely getting more points than the Red Bull because Connor's DNF'd. If I'm JTK, I'm helping Husky get a podium because that makes that keeps Husky, it keeps him in the title race. Well, I mean, just for a couple of laps before that, I thought you didn't quite have the car right, like properly underneath you. It was the grip, struggling a bit for grip. You still, as I said, as it stands, you're still champ, still the world champion. As it stands right now, only Husky can stop that. He's going to get 12 points, which will. Well, no, actually, let's think. There's 2 laps, so it's 26, 52. It'd be 50. No. Yeah, it's still on. Yeah, you're right, actually. Because of the fast laps. I didn't take the fast laps into account just now. So, yeah, Husky's just got to finish this race. You're right, Connor. You've cost yourself the world title. And that puts pressure on in Brazil. For you to get a result, because do you want to really leave it to Abu Dhabi? You know, that's changed the whole dynamic of the title race, possibly. As I say, a very costly and a mistake. But I don't think you'd have won the race. I think JTK, if you don't crash, there's no safety car. I think JTK wins the race. I don't think you can make that time up, which means you win the title. As it is, yeah. Yeah, a little bit underwhelming. Yeah, I guess as you see the safety car coming in, I guess in an ideal world, you want to win the title, winning a race as well. If you get what I mean. So you don't want to just win the title, obviously you do, but you want to do it by finishing in first. No, I think Husky's got enough. Yeah, well, I saw the battle with Munn. Yeah. That's what I was following for a good few laps because you two were the only ones within DRS. And the battle early on, that might have been with Munn as well. Early on in the race that you had, where you were side by side through going over the bridge, and I thought that was going to end with both of you DNFing. Not going to lie. Oh, that's the one you meant. Yeah. That was. Yeah, I couldn't believe it that how. It was super aggressive by both of you, but super clean, which also it's a tick against your name in the qualifying accusations. Let's call them that. Although we'll have to see what happens with that if there's an incident report or whatever. So let's go up to JTK in first position, and we'll ride along with him around this last lap because he deserves it. He's had a phenomenal race. Mike, and he's going to get an extra point as well. JTK, I think, already 2 seconds in front. Mike claimed that you brake checked him. Which we were on board with JTK, and we just saw JTK, like, there was a gap, and then there was like nothing, and bang, he's gone into the back of the McLaren. So we couldn't see from our point of view whether there was a brake check involved or not. I did make a cheeky comment saying that, oh look, what's the Hungary penalty? Well, I mean, it's good that you put it in early season. I don't know about next season though. I think next season some of these, you got Husky, it is very good. Mun's looked up there. ZX has got the pace. Leg Traders fell off a bit. JTK's up there. No, you can't be champion and not do next season. That's no. You're only not allowed to do next season if you're not world champion. That's over the line, by the way, by JTK for a race win, a well-earned race win. Mun in second. ZX getting third position, a podium for the Aston Martin. Yeah, you're not Rosberg. You're Verstappen, so you don't get that option. But yeah, JTK with a great first place there, fully deserved as well. The Donster gets driver of the day, the assistant to the regional manager, and as you can see, very, very happy JTK to be on the high step. Let's go to the final standings. Husky got 4th position and 12 points, enough to keep him in the title race for at least another week. Kovac with a good 5th there in the second Red Bull. The Donster had a terrible qualifying, but look at that, 6th position. Big shout out to DX, who's been putting in those hard laps, and he had a really good qualifying in 10th, and he's managed to finish 7th. So big points for the Ferraris this week. Six big points for the Ferraris. Ice won 13th in qualification up to 8th. Then we've got Teddy, the last finisher, in 9th in that. And that's our full standings for this week. I don't think Conor will get the point. Great stuff, DX and Kovac as well. Yeah, P5. GG's. Well done, lads. Both of you. Excellent stuff. Massively impressed. You're both shown you're both shown your pace tonight. You're both shown how good you can be, and you use the rest of this season to keep that practice and keep your form. And next season, I'm sure that you two will be looking at very regular point scoring positions and be looking to get into that pack and maybe even getting some cheeky podiums. What a race that was, though. Very, very surprising. As I say, Conor there with the DNF. Huskies points are just enough to keep him within the standings. For the drivers' title, hopefully he can get. Hopefully he can get a win next week. Can you imagine that? He'll be smashing it. If we get down to the last weekend, that'd be great. But anyway, it's been a long old session, mostly due to safety cars. But it's Singapore. It was a better race than I anticipated, I must say. Singapore, as I've mentioned before, is not the greatest race from a spectator's point of view. From a driver's standing, it's fantastic, but to commentate on normally it's not great. But yeah, this week or this season, it's given us plenty of drama. And next week we have Brazil, where the drama will continue. I'm very sure of that. And we'll see. Can Connor wrap up the title next week? Will Alfa Romeo be able to do enough in the constructors? They are now the definite favourites. They have to be. We'll all find out next Tuesday. And from Brazil, and I hope you all have a great week. And I'd like just to, as always, thank Hella for the opportunity to commentate on the league. And yeah, have a good night, have a great week, and we'll see you all next Tuesday.